Hi, I'm Victoria. I am Miss Know-it-all. And in case you're wondering, and if you watched the last video, my cat is alive and well. She didn't die, so she's fine. Let's get into the video, shall we? So someone is between bored and incredibly possessive. It's all over me. Yes. Say hi. She's now trying to do biscuits on me. I don't know if you know what biscuits are, but it's when cats, they just kind of do this with her paws, and she doesn't even claw. Doesn't even use her claws. She just uses her fingers without using her claws. It's an instinct they do, something they do when they're relaxed, because it reminds them of their childhood when they're pressing on their mum's boobs, literally to drink milk. So they do it when they're relaxed and when they're, you know, just relaxed and winding down, just calm. So yeah, speaking of calm, I was about to speak about something. Wait a second. I forgot. I remembered. Yeah. So the thing is, I was talking in the last video how this whole thing helped me with self expression and relaxing, and that had to do with calmness. No, it clicked. It clicked. The brain cells clicked. So and I use this channel to just both self-express and it helps with creativity. The thing is, it also helped me with the job interviews, like I mentioned in the last video, because it allowed me to be more confident and appear more confident in Zoom meetings and appear more confident in when they ask you to record a video of yourself saying why you're the shit. I kid you not. Torture. Torture. If you're an introvert or anything like that, and you're just like, oh God, kill me. I cannot stand the vision of myself or my voice like I was 3 years ago when I started this channel. I don't think that the me of 3 years ago would have been able to do this video. It would have been torture, those videos for interviews. So I don't know how people are doing who don't do the work to do those videos, because everyone just assumes that nowadays everyone is just pushing buttons and is recording themselves all the time with TikTok and stuff. There is a significant portion of us who never do that, barely comment on videos. I've seen a lot of people watch my videos, but they never comment because they wouldn't even dare to do that, let alone I was that person. I never leave comments, and sometimes I would never record myself, and that led to self-expression issues. But also, by not only it helped me in that regard, but also when sometimes I have creators block, and not just here on YouTube. I have creators block when it comes to my life, and when it comes to doing applications and formularies and sending whole propositions on why you're the right candidate, and you have to write essay with an introduction and then answering each task why it's your previous experience and why you would be the best candidate for it. It's a lot of creativity that goes behind it. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it takes a lot of mental creativity to do that and to get it, presentable. And it has to look not only appealing, but also professional. And it has to be like creative and stand out. And it's just like overwhelming. And I was doing so many of them. And at one point, I came to a breaking point in which I had left the YouTube channel on the back burner, but I had to go back to doing YouTube videos, not because of YouTube itself, but because I needed a creative outlet to get me distracted. And the moment I was like going back to do something else creative, which is my hobby, the propositions and the essays would be easier to write. So when you sometimes get yourself in a creator's block, it's because you're overwhelmed with a task and you just run out of creative juice. You just have lost all passion to live. This is especially, and you might think, why are you speaking so much of creativity if you're you're talking about job hunts. Job hunts are requiring way too much of your creativity nowadays. And when you're stressed, under pressure, and you have a deadline to give that away, and you're competing against so many people, and you're sending so many of them, it requires a humongous amount of creativity, self-expression, and extrovertedness that many of us don't really have. I mean, I do have creativity, but not extrovertedness. I'm sorry, mosquito. So I'm just like, it drains you. It drains you mentally. You're already drained mentally, emotionally, physically. It's just like, it's not a good headspace to be in. It's not a good emotional space to be in. It's not a good financial situation to be in for most people. I save money, but not many people have the same as I do. I don't want to imagine what the situation would be like if I was less cautious. Like, my God, if I was not the kind of budgeting people, I don't think how I would do that. I was living way beneath my possibilities when I started, when I moved here, and I did that intentionally in case an emergency happened, and I saved as much as I could, and without it, I don't know where I would be right now. But I know a lot of people who, as soon as they get money, they spend it. And even worse, they get themselves into debt. And I'm like allergic to debt. So, because that's one of the consequences of being poor your entire life. You just become allergic to debt. So, you're in a financial crunch, if not worse. You're emotionally, socially, psychologically, to everything G. Or Lee. It's just, you're every E in the book exhausted. Physically, every Lee you can imagine. You got it. So, with that, on top of that, they demand you to engage in creative things, and creativeness comes best when you're relaxed, when you're not under pressure, when you're not, Lee exhausted. Have you heard that? Someone's screaming like a maniac over there. I will pray for that soul. So, when you're exhausted, creativeness is not going to come to you. So that's why a lot of people get burnout. They get a sincere burnout because you're just burnt out. If you have to apply that plus a job hunt that requires you a certain level of extrovertedness and openness that you don't have because it's not in your personality profile, and a certain level of energy that you don't have, you're fucked. I'm sorry, you are. Because it's not in your nature. But you can work your way out of it. Not through resting so much, because you don't have a choice when it comes to job hunting, but through engaging in other creative pursuits that are different, and they force your head out of it, at least for a little while, and they help you to just break off the tension and just relax. Maybe not rest, but maybe relax. And just like, they make you touch back to the ground again. And touch, go back to earth a little while at least. It's just, I don't know how other people do it. It's just, I don't know. Because I know I can muster the energy, the strength, because I am particularly strong. But I know people who wouldn't be able to do this. I just don't know how people put it off. It's just... So yeah, if you're burnt out in any shape or form right now, I the only advice I can give you is try to do something else that will make you be creative in some other form. Or at least try to, if you're sitting too much time, try to engage in some form of physical movement. Also, that would help. Oxygen to your brain would be good. keeping your heart pumping, that would be great. And engaging in something artistic that can relax you, that especially if it's something cheap, like, I don't know, dancing, listening to music. Try to do something to let all that steam out. And you should be not fine, but better than before. It's just like, I don't expect you to be sane, but at least, better than before. It's just, let's stay, within optimistic range of possibilities. I'm not going to lie to you about it. It's the truth. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so between exercise, if you can improve your diet, try. I mean, if your financial situation allows you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it doesn't, well, it's pasta and rice again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But pasta and rice is going to have to be. If you that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. But if you can, I don't know, try to do some sketching, some drawing, some writing, some... People speak of the wonders of journaling. I'm going to have to speak about journaling in a different video because it's going to be a long rant. But journaling is not a good thing for everyone. It's not good for everyone. It's not. No, it doesn't work for everyone. I'm going to speak later why in another video. But yeah, if it works for you, do it. You do you, boo-boo. But it doesn't probably function for everyone in the same manner. But if you're going through a creator's block, try to do something different that will release the tension and will help you to get the creative juice pumping. I have to answer a couple messages, so I'll have to let you go. Yeah, I have to answer a couple messages. I hope you have found this entertaining, or at least enlightening somehow, or relaxing. How do you do to deal with your creators blocks? And it doesn't have to be like, ooh, artistic. Like I said, sometimes in our jobs, we are demanded a certain level of creativity to problem solve or to fix something or just to figure a way around some machinery or something like that. But how do you do that when that comes around and you have to solve issues and problem solve? How do you unblock yourself to find a solution? And I thank you so much for your time and your patience, and yeah, I hope you're having a lovely day and that your loved ones are alright and you're somewhat sane. May you all have a beautiful day, and until next time, I wish you nothing but the best, and yeah, till next time, bye bye.